Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. How? So today I am going to talk about the best ways to actually build a government relationship with the government buyer. And the number one way is in person. Yes, in person is the absolute best way. Now, why is in person important? Well, in person is important because it builds trust and it does more for doing like a longer term type thing. So if you're looking at this as your agency and you want to make sure that you build that trust and you want that long-term effect, that is going to be great when it comes to in-person. In-person is also really, really good for like if you're doing state and you are in a local area where you're looking to do state contracts, actually working and building with this particular government buyer on a state level or federal, but in person is one of the best ones. The other one is going to be email. Email is really, really great. And the reason why I like email is because it's good for the initial contact. So whenever I'm trying to get someone's attention, I don't know them. Let's say I reached out to them on LinkedIn or something. Really don't know them that well, but I want to build that initial contact. Don't quite know. We want to say more like a cold contact. You're reaching out to them cold, not warm. This is a really, really great way to break the ice, is to send an email. Now, the email has to be crafted really well to get their attention. Remember earlier in one of my videos, I talked about making sure that you look at solving a problem. So in your email, don't get all caught up in selling. You want to look at solving. How can you solve that problem for that government buyer that you're reaching out to build that relationship? The other one is a phone call. A phone call is really great if you've met someone in person and you're following up. You're looking to follow up. This is really great with a phone call. A phone call is great. And I always say TIME. Telephone, in person, email is another one. And when you're looking at mailing something, now a lot of people don't mail anything nowadays, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes you may want to mail something about your company, but usually you're going to call them up. You're going to meet them. I for in person, or I'm going to say E is for email. Now, each of them have a whole different reason for doing. Like I said, building trust, definitely in person. If you're looking at initial contact, that may be over the phone. If you're, or an email. If you're looking at making initial contact, phone is really great for follow-up. I mentioned a meeting. I don't want you to lose that momentum. I want you to get to know me because you've already met me, but maybe you were busy. Maybe you didn't have as much time to talk. And my goal is to now let you know a little bit more about me, that maybe we could set up what we like to call our capability briefing. Now, if I had to look at all of this, the number one is always going to be in person. In person is going to trump it. It gives people initial feedback on you. We all get an impression with someone when we first meet them, even if we hear them over the phone. I know I do Zooms all the time, and I'll meet someone in person, and I had no idea they had that much energy and that much electricity when it comes to really, really, really being interested in winning government contracts until I meet them and I'm like, oh my God, I've seen them on Zoom like forever, but now I'm talking to them and it makes such a big difference. So if you'd like to know which ones work the best, and of course, if you're doing an industry day, you can probably meet people in person or local, but I always like using a combination of all of those. Of course, when you're calling, you want to call at the right time. Like on a Tuesday, there's certain times when it's an email, you get better open rates. So look at all of that. But I love doing that. It makes a difference. Now, if you'd like to know more about some things you can do, then make sure you join me for my weekly free GovCon Lunch and Learn, where I give you so much more, where I talk about the eye level and not just the high level. High level is giving you high level things. I give you a little bit more detail because I'm usually on there with you for about 30, 40 minutes. So if you'd love to learn more, make sure you sign up for this Wednesday, GovCon Lunch and Learn. I am going to talk about micro purchases, the best place to find them, micro purchases, agencies that are doing them, and you get the gist of it. So I'd love to see you. Make sure you sign up, and the link is in the description. And until next time, be safe. Bye-bye.